Do you want to kick it off?
Sure. Hi.
Hi.
Welcome everyone to the You're So Right podcast. We just were talking before, as we always do, and we realized we nearly always forget to actually introduce the podcast, introduce ourselves. We just jump right into a convo, which I'm sure some people enjoy. But for those of you who are new, confused, have zero idea what's going on and what you've
found the
tapped
right
into
place.
here, same. But you have stumbled upon our podcast called You're So Right, and I'm Rachel.
I'm Caitlin.
We're so glad you're here. We aim to just give you some levity, give you some distraction from the horrors that we all are living in, and hopefully just give you some nice distracting material for your drive or your nap trap or whatever.
Yes. We will say we do also want to acknowledge, as you mentioned, the horrors of the world that we live in. Mm-hmm. But we don't like to
dwell
too much because then we will throw ourselves from the roof. But I think we could just also start by saying, you're Rachel, I'm Caitlin, fuck ice. And
yes,
here we go.
That sums it all up for me.
That sums it all up. So
we're done
now
here.
Let's talk about Taylor Swift. Once we get that out of the way, I think
Speaking of problematic billionaire. Okay, we've talked before about Taylor Swift in depth. So if anyone's curious about like our actual opinions on her, our ever evolving opinions on her, you can go back and listen. We did a whole Taylor Swift episode back when Life of a Showgirl dropped. If you would like more background
info. Which, by the way, have you ever listened to that album again?
No.
Not a single time?
I think I threw it on when I was at the gym maybe a few times in the last month or two. And I would listen to the first 4 songs and then I would turn it off.
Wow. So you're I'm out.
The songs are fine, but for me, as someone who has been a lifelong fan, like none of them are classics for me.
Right.
I feel like we said it all on the Showgirl episode. It's just like, it was fine.
So what kind of music do you listen to when you're at the gym?
Are
you
question.
Like a pump up? We're
gonna get there, but lately I've had nothing but the Heated Rivalry soundtrack on.
Oh, you've even gone so far,
Caitlin. Caitlin, you have no idea. Again, we will get there, but you have no idea what a deep, I will say, mass psychosis I'm involved with. Again, we'll get there.
Wait, my low-key dream, though, is that the Heated Rivalry soundtrack is just, like, instrumentals, and there's no
It's songs. Some French songs, it's some Russian songs. I don't really understand many of the songs, but I love them. Highly recommend.
Wait, looking at it right now. And you're just, like, at the gym, like...
Yeah. It's doing it for me. Actually, okay, so usually when I'm at the gym... probably more than half the time I'm at the gym, I'm with my friend that I train with. So we're talking, we're chit-chatting, we're not listening to music. So when I do listen to music, I don't know. I feel like we've talked about this before. I feel like I've lost my musical taste as I've gotten older. I used to be very into music as a young person, and now I'm old and I don't know what's cool anymore. If there's like a new album that drops, like if, Lily Allen, or if like Sabrina Carpenter comes out with something new, like I'll listen to that a few times and then I'll move on. I don't really have stuff that I'm continually going back to. Do you?
No, and I don't know how one finds new music in our stage of life. Like where is the music?
Where is the music? I don't know.
And the new music,
I don't know. This is why I feel like I should have married someone who is like a really cool musical taste.
Yeah.
Because Marley at the gym listens to EDM.
Okay. Rachel?
And I cannot.
I was just going to say,
it's the biggest ick.
People are finding new music because they know cool people. And unfortunately, the new music my ears are being subjected to is new EDM horrors.
Same. And I could not be less interested. It's actually one of the biggest icks I have for my husband is when his music accidentally turns on in my vicinity.
Sometimes I'll be like, okay, I can kind of get behind, like I don't mind if there's like a singer, but then sometimes it's just like
and he gets so amped to it, and he'll look at me like I'm the crazy one for not feeling amped, and I'm like, no. And
my husband Tyler will be like, just wait for the beat drop. Everybody, just wait. And he even has my kids. Like my son now says, when is the beat dropping, Dada? And I'm just looking around like, what fresh hell have I found myself in? And then the beat will drop and my husband will like take off around the room. And I'm just like, this
I
is
don't get it.
like this is an auditory assault.
It's so bad. It's so bad. So if anybody has recommendations for us, artists you like, playlists that you would like to share with us,
Yeah.
we will take all of the suggestions for cool music that people are listening to and enjoying that is not EDM.
Yeah. Because I don't even know. I don't know what I don't know, and I don't know what I like. And I don't know where to begin.
I don't either. I grew up listening mostly, as you know, to country music.
Wild.
The other day I was in a bad mood and Marley turned on Shania Twain on our Alexa to try to get my mood up. No, it was irritating. But then after the Shania song, it went into all of these other like 90s country songs and my kids loved it. And I was like, wow, okay, I could actually listen to this. But that's not really what I'm looking for in the gym. So I do still need something like that. And Taylor,
she's not doing it for you.
She's not doing it for me. Have you watched the documentary series? The whole thing?
No.
Okay. I watched the first episode and I was...
Really? Oh, I disagree.
I've heard it's so good, so I probably should finish it. What did you think? How many episodes have you read?
So I just haven't watched the last two because they came out on like the 23rd or something. And then,
so you watched a lot of it.
Yeah, so I watched almost all of it. And if it hadn't come out right around Christmas, because then it was Christmas and then I was down with my family, like I didn't have time to watch anything.
Right.
And we had to finish Stranger Things. That's a whole other thing. But I will say this. I really liked the documentary because one of the things we've talked about Taylor Swift is that she's so cringe. She's so embarrassing. The documentary, though, showed me that is just who she is.
Oh, for sure. That's not an act.
It's not an act. She's not trying to be like cool.
No.
She does not know any better.
Right. I agree.
And I appreciated that. And I will say it was balanced by the fact that she is low-key a musical genius.
Yeah.
She's so smart when it comes to music.
Yep.
And in ways that I would have never even thought of. So I appreciated that. And I also, from like a business standpoint, am very in awe of her team and what her team does. And so I was into it. I would have liked a little more Travis Kelce. I would have, I want the juice. I want the mess. I want the drama. I wanted this to turn into like a Secret Lives of Mormon Wives style episode.
Okay.
Which was always going to be very high, very polished. But I still really liked it. And she has the worst style of possibly any famous person on the planet. And she's never looked better because she was just wearing very casual clothing and she had like no makeup on and her hair was down and she's never looked better.
I will agree with that from what I saw. I also love her hair color in it. It's like not too blonde. It looks really good. So what did you think? You talked about the business thing, and we talked last time about how much it actually bothered us that this last album drop seemed like such a cash grab, especially after eras where they made billions of dollars.
Yeah.
What was the vibe there?
That. Okay. They didn't talk about that at all.
They didn't.
No, I still think it's very cash grabby and all of that, but I meant more like she has worked with the same people for so long and like her management team only manages her and it's her mom. And like I would like to give a shout out to the momagers out there who did not go to business school, who did not start in the mailroom of CAA, and who are running these huge corporations basically. And so I was very impressed by all of that. But
I will give it another chance. I will say I was very much looking forward to it because I was seeing so many positive reviews and so many people that loved it. And I was like, okay, maybe this will be the thing that like gets me back on the Taylor train.
Yeah.
And then unfortunately I was on TikTok and got down some rabbit hole of some guy who's talking about how she is a covert narcissist.
Well, aren't all famous people?
Well, for sure. And particularly all billionaires.
Yeah.
And he's talking about, he's like making all of these videos and there's all these other people that are chiming into showing all this behavior that points to the fact that she might be a covert narcissist. And so now my view is like tainted again. And they're like, this whole documentary is made just from her lens, just to make her look good. Like in the first episode, it's talking. And I'm like, well, duh. Like she's not going to make a documentary of herself and make her look bad. This isn't like a hit piece.
Right.
But it also made me like not particularly interested in watching it because I'm like, well, do I need to watch 6 episodes of her just patting herself on the back?
Must we take everything so seriously?
I know. Well, that's why I'm pissed, because I was really excited to just sit down and enjoy it, especially because I went to Eras. I loved it.
Rachel, you
had the best time.
You immediately went off track when you said it was a man.
Oh, such a good point.
I mean, hello.
Why am I listening to him?
Why are you listening? You hear a man, you see a man, you immediately throw your phone across the room. You have a man's opinions on a successful young woman.
What am I doing?
And you're taking that in? You've betrayed yourself, Rachel.
I have. What the fuck?
Is this an intervention?
The patriarchy is deep within.
It got you. It got to you.
Now, this is a very funny piece of Taylor Swift news that my mom filled me in on when I was home for Christmas, which is that apparently, and this should be surprising to no one if you know anything about Taylor Swift, apparently she really wanted the wedding date to be the 13th of June. 13 is her lucky number, of course. She's getting married in Rhode Island at the Ocean House, which is like very fancy and nice and iconic. And apparently they don't do booking buyouts, but there was somebody who had already had her date. And apparently she offered, this is according to Page Six, she offered like an irresistible amount of money to the couple that had had her wedding date booked.
I'd take it.
And she got them to pick a different date. Would you do it?
Take it. Absolutely.
How much would it take for you to change your wedding date?
Very little.
Like $10?
Yeah, probably. To feel like Taylor Swift was indebted to me. Now, I did myself have 2 issues with the dates of my wedding. So my husband and I got married in Hawaii. We got married at this like private residence place. It was gorgeous. We picked the date over a year in advance. They sent out the year calendar for the place we were getting married, and they had their Oktoberfest scheduled on the calendar on the day of our wedding.
Oktoberfest in Hawaii?
In Hawaii. Yeah, it's, rich people. They do crazy things. But I remember seeing that and being like, well, that can't happen. Like, the focus needs to be on the wedding that's happening and not the pretzels
beer
and sausages for the Hawaiians. So we had to call. I remember my mom called and was like, you need to move this date. So that was one. And then another was.
And did they?
And they did. Because I think they also realized like, oh yeah, that wasn't very smart on our end.
Right, that doesn't make sense. Yeah.
And then we had my husband's cousin had been together with her cousin, whatever, them for a really, really, really long time. And then all of a sudden they got engaged and they wanted to get married 2 weeks before our wedding. And our wedding was set. And I was like, can you not? Like,
no.
You have family. You're pulling from the same family, going to make them fly to LA for your wedding. And then they're not going to fly to Hawaii for
within
our
2
wedding.
weeks?
Within 2 weeks. And so I was like, can you just like, no, that can't happen. So they changed their wedding date. Is that horrible? Am I horrible? I feel like that was valid.
Did Tyler jump in at all since that was his family?
No, because she asked me. She was like, would it be okay? And she also was like, would it be okay because my grandma's really old and I'm worried she won't make it?
Oh, so it was like
but
a rush.
Listen,
it was a rush situation.
The grandma was not like actively dying.
She was
just like she could go at any point in time. And
right,
like,
we don't know.
Well, we can't base
Anybody
it
could
off
go
of
at any
that.
time. If you really want to get technical.
Right.
None of us are guaranteed tomorrow, babe.
So,
wow. No, I would have done the same thing. 2 weeks is egregious.
2 weeks is great. But I know also I had some friends that, tried to like get in around another friend's date, like pretty close. And it's like, some friends will think like, that's my whole year. That's my whole summer. Like you can't get married anywhere around. Would you care if you were getting married and then you had a best friend pick their wedding date after you picked yours, but it was like a month before yours?
I think if it was within a month, I'd be very annoyed.
Yeah.
I think 2 months plus, you can't really say anything because then it's like you're blocking out the entire summer.
Right.
But
then if you think about it though, then like there's going to be 2 bachelorettes.
They're all overlapping.
And they're all overlapping and they're getting it first. So yours is going to be the one where people are like,
yours is the one,
I already spent this money and now I have to spend this money on you, even though you did it first.
This must happen all the time.
It must happen. Weigh in. Anybody?
People tell us. My sister's going through this right now because she has a million weddings next year.
Oh.
And of course, a million bachelorettes to go with them, and one of her close friends just chose Paris for their bachelorette.
What?
I know. And my sister's like,
We've lost the plot. That's crazy.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. See, I had a destination wedding. So
Right.
for my bachelorette, it was like 2 hours away, and I ended up paying for a ton of it myself.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I'm making people pay for a flight. Like, that's
Right.
on me. And I
Right.
think that's how you have to do it. But I think bachelorettes have gone so, like, I'm so glad it wasn't like that as much when I was
No.
getting married.
Me
and my
either.
friends were
I
getting
think,
married.
I think the brides today it's like a whole other level.
Yeah.
Like, I can't imagine going to another country for a bachelorette party.
No.
No, I just never would have.
But if anybody wants to send us to another country for a hatchlorette party,
We're
down.
it. We're available.
We're available.
Yeah. I think we need to take the show on the road again. We were talking recently about doing like another meetup or something, but you're quite pregnant now.
Shh, shh. Shh. Don't say that.
You're in the second trimester,
No.
correct?
It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine. I'm good, baby.
Oh my gosh. Okay,
No,
well,
I'm good. Get me out there.
so speaking of like crazy friend groups making you do
Yes.
crazy things.
I was going to do this segue too, Rachel. And usually our segues are so weird. Remember last week your segue was like, speaking of taints.
That one was seamless. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. Now, I'm so excited. I'm like fidgeting in my chair because I love drama.
Of course you do.
I live for drama when it doesn't have anything to do with me.
Right. But this particular
Well,
situation doesn't necessarily involve you, but you are very close to the players.
In two different avenues, which we will discuss.
Okay.
We are talking, if you haven't figured it out yet, the Ashley Tisdale, Hillary Duff, Mandy Moore toxic mom group drama that is taking over my brain.
Sweeping the nation by storm. So basically this all started because Ashley Tisdale, who is a famous tween Disney star and singer, and now has an interiors line or something. I don't know. But she sat down with The Cut
right
to basically, first of all, The Cut is absolute trash. Like the stories that they put out, I'm like, why are we reporting this? But anyway.
But they did one where they did an article with Meghan Markle when Meghan Markle first said she was like coming back, and it was like a low-key hit piece.
Of course it was, because they hate women. They hate women. They just want any piece to make women look bad.
Well,
I remember they did this horrible piece on like co-sleeping or TikTok moms or something, and it really pissed me off.
Oh, well, I was featured in a Cut article about Instagram moms, remember?
I forgot about that.
Yeah. And they called me the like sloppy mom who's always wearing pajamas. And
that
I was like,
so hurtful.
Well, I honestly was like, you're not totally wrong. I am in pajamas quite often. But this was like,
no, they're awful.
2 years ago. It was like after I had my daughter. And I just remember I was like really amped about where I was ranked in the article. Like who I was above. And that was all I cared about.
That's super valid.
Yeah. But no, everything else, and this person didn't even follow me, but whatever. Yeah. Everything else is crazy.
It's a trash, but basically Ashley Tisdale sat down with them to talk about her quote unquote toxic mom group and why she left them, got kicked out of the group. I didn't read it.
Yes.
Because I knew that you would fill us in.
I did read it.
Tell us
so
what's
basically, Ashley Tisdale was in this mom group with Hillary Duff, Mandy Moore, Meghan Trainor, and then some random non-famous people.
Just LA moms.
Just
now,
LA moms.
Was this a group that they put together organically? Did
so
they meet?
Apparently, in other articles sprinkled in the past, like Mandy Moore has talked about it and said Hillary Duff put it together.
Okay. So it was like an intentionally formed group of moms.
Yes.
Coming together because they were moms. They're not like lifetime friends or anything.
No. It was because it was like, and I actually happened with my son into a mom group that was similarly put together of like, oh, 2 girls I knew from childhood had a baby at the same time, and a girl from high school and another good friend. And we formed a mom chat, which I will also get into. But
okay.
So they're in this like celeb adjacent LA mom group. And Ashley Tisdale writes this article about how she left her toxic mom group because they were like leaving her out of things. So she would see on Instagram the moms all doing events or things that she wasn't invited to. She went to an event that a mom hosted and she was sat at the very end of the table, like far away from everyone. So she basically said that she sent a text to the group that was like, this feels very high school. She remembered that when she first joined the mom group, there was another mom who was being treated that way, but she kind of like brushed it under the rug because like when you're in, you don't really care. You know, you're just like happy to be there. So she was like, this is a pattern. I don't want to be part of this. I'm leaving. And then was saying how like free she feels and how if you're in that, you shouldn't stay in it, etc.
Okay.
So that comes out. And then all of these comments are like, well, maybe everybody didn't want to hang out with you because you're like super MAGA and you did a real like all lives matter Charlie Kirk post.
Ew.
So that started taking off to the point where her rep had to come out and say Ashley Tisdale is not MAGA. And all these people started doing sleuthing and looking at, I've never felt more alive. Have you ever seen me happier or more excited than talking
No, you're
about this?
so animated right now. I love this so much. Wait, so, I mean, it has to be very easy to verify whether or not she created or liked posts like that.
Well, she did. She did Charlie Kirk. She compared Charlie Kirk's assassination to 9/11 and said that the country's reaction to 9/11 should be the same as the country's reaction to Charlie Kirk.
She said that?
Yes.
Okay, I am so sorry. Like, she would be someone I would never speak to again.
Right. So, and it's like, clearly
and all of these other women are very, very liberal, by the way. Like, I follow them.
So
I actually chat with a couple of the moms in my DMs, and they are very, very, very liberal.
Rachel and I have the inside scoop because we do know, I know two of the moms that are in that group.
Okay.
One of them is and I sent this mom to Rachel and was like, you need to follow her. She is like hysterical. She's so on point. She's super liberal, like says all the things we want to say.
And we chat regularly. We chat regularly now.
Okay. Well, when I ran into her on the street, my friend was like, oh, this is Caitlin. She follows you. And I was like, oh yeah, I sent my friend Rachel to. And she's like, hey, sleepy baby. She had no idea who I was.
Oh my God.
And I was like, okay, well, I was the one that sent them to you.
I'll make sure I give you credit.
Thank you.
Next time we talk. Yeah.
I sent Frazzled. I sent her to Frazzled because I was like, you would love her too.
Oh, yes.
So anyways,
okay, good. Look at
this woman is very liberal, very vocal. So like, there is no way she would be down with that. Group and down with that. And to me also, her being brought in, because she joined this mom group later, her being brought in to me is like a sign that everybody co-signs what she's doing.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
So basically, all of this is going on. Everybody's figured out that it's the mom group with Mandy Moore and Hillary Duff. Hillary Duff's husband posts, which is so good, posts on his story a fake like cover that he did a cut article, which was like saying that Ashley Tisdale basically was the most self-centered, unaware person, and that the reason why people stopped being around her is because of that reason. So he entered the chat. I don't know.
Which, by the way, okay, we need to take a side tangent on this.
Yeah.
Because I saw, and I was not aware of him at all. But apparently he does. Everybody's commenting on this.
Troll.
He's a big troll, but he like doesn't fuck around when it comes to his wife. Like he is very down bad for his wife, will like defend her no matter what, which I love.
Yeah.
But there were very split comments. There were people who were loving it, saying this is so funny, like yes, defend your wife. And then there were other people saying this is cringe, stay out of women's business, don't get involved in female drama. And it was very, very Real Housewives coded to me.
Yes. I was just going to say that. It is
because
so
this
Real
is
Housewives.
a classic argument in the Real Housewives world where once the husbands get involved in like the drama, people either really like it and say, yes, you should be defending your partner, or they really hate it and say, stop getting involved in women's business. Where do you land on this?
Okay, it's so interesting you say that too, because when I saw it, I was like, this is hysterical. I'm so into this. And I sent it to my friend, and my friend was like, ugh, I hate husbands getting involved. And I was like, oh, I never even thought that when I saw that.
Me either.
I think it's so to me, the way he did it I'm like, yeah, get involved. That's fine. It's different doing that than being like in a group setting and the man is physically going up to
For sure.
the woman.
I would not be okay with that. Like a Slade.
Exactly.
Like a Slade Smiley, no.
Exactly.
You can't be yelling at my friends. You can't be yelling at any woman or
No.
confronting any woman ever.
You can never be confronting another woman. I don't even want you, especially like that was very public. But
Right.
also it's like, I don't want the women to know that I'm telling you all of these things and you're
Right.
then forming opinions. Like I've told my husband things about so many people that, and he, I can tell, hates them for me.
Of course, as he should. Yeah, as he should. Yes.
But he would never make that
Act on
publicly
that.
known or
Right.
act on it.
Right.
He'll
Exactly.
just be like, I hate this person. They're so horrible to you. What is wrong with you? And I'm like,
But
wow,
he would
I've
never
never
treat
liked
them
you
badly
more.
in real life. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
No,
what would
there's a
you do
huge
if
difference.
Marley did that?
Well, now that Marley does have like a very small social media presence, I feel like I can very much put myself in this situation and think about how I would feel. And I think I would actually be mortified if he got involved.
Yeah. I think especially
because it's just inviting more more attention on it, which I wouldn't want.
Yeah. And I think too, it has to do though, Hillary Duff's husband always does stuff like this. Like this was not out of character. He is constantly doing stuff like this. If Marley did that, it would read to me as very defensive.
Exactly, which is not a good look.
Not a good look.
So yeah, so maybe that's the difference is since this is kind of like just par for the course for him or them.
Yeah.
It's fine.
What would you do if a man came up to you, like a friend's husband, and was like, what you did to Laura was horrible?
Are you kidding me?
Would you throw a drink in his face or stab him with a fork?
Both.
I
would smash the glass on the table and stab him with the broken glass. Like, are you kidding me? Oh my God. I've done I've done worse for less. I'll just put it that way. Like it
100%.
takes very little for a man to set me off.
100%.
No, the whole thing was really insane, but like I do understand him being defensive of his wife. I don't know. I don't know how I would feel. I don't know how I can't imagine he would have done that without her explicit permission.
1,000%. 1,000%. You know she co-signed that.
Yeah, she had to have. So in that sense, I'm kind of like, whatever, whatever they want to do. They have the right to defend themselves when they're being trashed, I guess.
Could you imagine?
Did you see also that Haley, her sister,
liked it?
Haley
Ashley Tisdale's?
She liked Ashley Tisdale's.
Oh my God.
So I guess so she's not speaking with her sister, I guess.
No, that's old news.
They've been
in a long time feud.
Is that also because of politics?
No, it's because of her husband.
Who's her husband?
No, it's because of Hillary Duff's husband.
Oh, Hillary's husband.
Yeah, apparently Haley doesn't like him.
Oh, well.
Could you imagine what I could be doing if my brain wasn't filled with this?
So much. You'd be so powerful.
I would be
too powerful.
You know what? You're so right. And I always say, God knew I'd be too powerful, so he made me sweaty. God knew I'd be too powerful, so he made me addicted to dumb pop culture, and he made my brain like a steel trap for it, where I run out of room for anything else. But I'm like,
we are all the beneficiaries.
Sit down for 30 minutes and let's get into Haley and Hillary, and let's
Hello?
go.
Okay, so now you said at the beginning of this, too, that you had kind of two different entry points.
Oh, yeah. I know another person who's in that group.
You do?
Yeah. This was the person that I stalked.
Oh, right.
And
which we talked about on the episode rerun from over Christmas. Okay.
Yeah, so over Christmas we re-released 2 episodes Rachel and I did before we had a podcast together all about friendships.
You're right.
And
they're really cute.
They're super
when
cute.
we're like little baby friends.
I know, I love it so much. And I accidentally stalked this one woman I wanted to be friends with, and she's in the group, and she's so chill. Like, she would never accept...
Is she in some of the photos?
No, she's not in any of the photos.
Okay.
She would not accept the energy of what Ashley Tisdale is bringing. Also, it's like maybe they kicked you out because they had a sense you would do something like this. Now, I have left a mom group and publicly shamed it.
Okay, tell us. Tell us everything.
I also was on the other end of it. So I was in a mom group at a place. When I had my daughter, I really wanted to do like a mom group thing because with my son during COVID, I didn't get to do any of that. So I joined this mom group. And it was different because everybody was a first-time mom and I was a second-time mom. And it's just a different vibe. It just
100%
is what it is. And So a lot of the like anxiety and panics they had, I did not have.
Mhm.
And we were in a WhatsApp chat, which I think should have probably been moderated maybe. But in the chat, this woman started sharing like stuff from Kaiser, which is a medical establishment, saying that it's important to stress your baby out so they learn how to comfort themselves. So you need to let your baby cry, and was like pushing this like cry it out narrative. And I just kept
What?
being like, hey, FYI, you don't need to do that. Like, you don't have to do that if you don't want to. That's not the only way. And then I just was like, this is toxic to me. I can't be in this. So I left.
Oh my God, I would too.
And then on my Instagram, I was like, I was in a mom group and it was toxic. So I left. And then one of the moms was like, you should need to watch what you say. Like, how you can't call us toxic.
Oh, she was from the group and she followed you?
Yeah. And I was like, well, sorry. What was being discussed and the way it was being discussed was toxic to me.
Yeah, it is.
But I probably didn't need to say that. But my whole point, oh my God, am I actually Tisdale?
Only if you make yourself the victim.
Okay, I wasn't the victim at all. But I would
Okay.
say the point of it too in me sharing it online was being like, if you find yourself in a situation like this, leave. Like I always say in my Instagram,
Which
the door
was
isn't
very
locked.
which was Ashley Tisdale's main takeaway,
Well,
wasn't
that's
it?
why I'm just like, oh God. I am Ashley Tisdale.
That was what was so funny to me, though, because like I saw bits and pieces of the article. I didn't read it in full, but I was like, what is the point of this? Why is she doing this? And then I was seeing the main takeaways from her are like, just leave the mom group.
Right.
Like, that is so profound.
No, she's
That's
doing
such
it
great
for
advice.
She's doing it for attention. But I do
For
think
publicity. Yeah.
I do think the message, and we've talked about this before, that it can actually be very hard to connect with moms who are having different mothering experiences than you. Like, being a mom to kids who aren't sleep trained is not the same mothering experience as sleep training your baby at 4 months old.
Right.
And
well, and you just have, I mean, you, not always, of course, there are different reasons people choose to sleep train and not. But I mean, there are certain ideas and like beliefs that you might have on either end of that spectrum that just are very, very different from the other person's.
Yeah. And even just the logistics of it, of like, I am awake multiple times in the night and you aren't. And
or
those
like,
are
I
different
can't
lived
meet up because
experiences.
or like, I can't meet up with you at this time because I am addicted to my nap schedule and I won't leave the house.
Right. Or
like
I can't go to dinner because my daughter needs to rub my elbow to fall asleep.
Right.
You know,
like both ends of the spectrum, like there's just different logistical things that come up, and like the person in the other camp, so to speak, might not fully understand.
Totally.
Or
and
empathize.
That's not to say it's insurmountable. I think that empathizing and understanding is the key.
Right.
But I do think, you know, if you find yourself in a setting like that where all of your friends are like doing one thing and you're like, oh, I don't agree with that, and the way they're talking about it is making you feel bad about yourself, then the door isn't locked. Like, leave it.
Right.
Mute them. Do all of that.
Right. Especially if it's more of one of those like contrived groups. Like, I don't know if I would say that about people who have been your lifelong friends who are like family to you and you love them and you know that they're good people and like this is just one topic you disagree on. I think that's totally fine. But if it's a group you just met a few months ago at like a mommy and baby class, I mean, it's no love lost if it's not clicking for you.
Now, I will say, so that's like a public leaving. I was in this mom text that I loved, and I thought it was so supportive and wonderful. And one mom one day just left. And it just said, blank has left the chat. No goodbye, no explanation of why she left. Instead, I had to like ask another friend, like, what is going on? Like, that's so I didn't think that was, I thought that was so rude. I have not spoken to this person since.
That's weird. Does anybody know what was going on with her?
She apparently just like didn't want to be part of it anymore or something.
Was she active in it?
Yeah.
Like she had previously been chatting and like responding to things?
I think there was something that happened that she clearly was upset about but didn't tell anybody.
Weird.
But would you rather somebody vocally be like, I'm leaving, or a ghost?
I actually don't think the ghost would make me that upset. I think I would get more.
I lost my mind.
No, I think I would get more upset if somebody like made a big show of why they were upset, or like I think I'd be like, okay, then just leave. Like,
you know what, Rachel? I just hate confrontation, and I want everybody to just love me all the time.
Well, of course, but I'm the same way, which is why if somebody had like a grievance, keep it to yourself and
Yeah,
just go.
I don't want to know.
And just like, let
tell
me
me.
think that it's
Please don't
about
tell
you
me.
and not me. Don't tell me. It's like when people unfollow me. It's like, just unfollow me. I don't want you to send me a paragraph about why you're unfollowing me.
No.
Ever.
Please don't tell me.
I never want to read that. So if it was a mom group, I feel like I would think the same way. I wouldn't want them to talk about all the ways in which we were horrible people and we upset her, because that would just make me spiral out of my mind with anxiety for weeks.
Well,
but if they leave on their own and they're just ghosting, I can make up in my mind, oh, maybe they had like some kind of tragic death in the family and they just like can't take this on right now and this has absolutely nothing to do with me, but they just need space.
Okay,
like I can make up something.
I love that. I have a very quick segue. Rachel, do you watch Paw Patrol? Not you personally. But
we did go through a Paw Patrol phase when my son was a little bit younger and he was very into vehicles and stuff.
Okay.
And then I started getting like a weird vibe from it.
What vibe were you getting?
Just like pro cop. Pro surveillance. I was just like, we could be watching something else. So anyway, what about you? Do you watch Paw Patrol?
The reason why I asked this, and it came into my head of like, I'm trying to film something about this for Instagram, but tragic death in the family and backstories. Do you recall that there's an older gentleman, the baker, in this land?
No, I've never watched it.
Oh, okay.
I would put it on for my children, and I know you're not supposed to just like put TV on and leave, but that was one that I just like physically could not sit there and listen to.
Well, you didn't like the indoctrination in the Blue Lives Matter movement via Chase, the police dog.
I didn't love that. No, actually, I remember it was like the mayor's voice or the narration voice that just drove me insane. So no, I don't know anything about it besides.
We're going to move on,
which is too much.
I know. Okay, I know you have a major retraction you need to issue for something you said on the podcast. But before we get there.
Speaking of wonderful television, yeah.
Before we get there, are you growing out your bob or are you cutting it?
Did you notice that it's so much longer right now?
Yes.
I know. Well, every time I ask on Instagram, should I cut it? Should I let it grow? Most people say I should keep it short.
Yeah.
Marley recently said,
oh boy.
Oh, I saw a picture of you with your long hair. It looked so pretty. So now
Marley, we're allowed to talk about your physical choices and your appearance.
You are not
allowed to talk about ours.
No. I think I'm going to continue to cut it. I don't really care what his opinion is.
This is the thing though. All men love long hair.
Of course they do.
That's just like I think that's across the board. Like my husband, 100%. If I said I wanted to cut my hair, he would be like, no, don't cut your hair.
Right.
Like, I don't know where that comes from. Is that some sort of like...
I think it's just like it's a fantasy of like what femininity is supposed to look like.
Yeah.
But I don't do anything for the male gaze, as we all know. So
absolutely not.
I will be cutting it. You know what it is? I don't know if it's lazy or if it's just like I have such a hard time carving out time to do these things, like getting haircuts. My eyebrows are also horrible right now. I need an eyebrow wax so bad. I need a facial. I need like all of these things that require appointments. I'm just so bad at. But I do plan on cutting it. I'll probably try to go next week.
Rachel, I will get eyelash extensions and then I will just let them all fall out one by one because I cannot go back in for a fill. You're supposed to like go get them refilled. So instead I'm just walking around with like 5 random, very long eyelashes, just like waiting for them to fall out eventually. Because I can't be bothered. You want me to go back every 6 weeks?
No, that's crazy. And especially because eyelash appointments are so long. I haven't gotten them done in like 5 years, but I remember them taking forever.
Yeah, I'm going to get them done before I have the baby because actually low-key one of my number one parenting hacks was getting eyelash extensions so you looked more awake when you looked in the mirror.
Yes.
And then you felt better.
Yes. No, I had them for I got them done for when I had Noe, and I remember being like, "Oh wow, I don't feel as horrifically ugly this time."
Right.
I wonder though, would a lift and a tint give you the same look?
No, I think
without
I
having to. You do.
I did a lift and a tint once, and then my eyes started watering, and then it didn't set, and the woman yelled at me, and I was like, "Well, I can't control my eyes watering."
Well, maybe you just went to the wrong person. That sounds like somebody who needs to be in a different career.
Probably. Okay, Rachel, your retraction.
My retraction. So last week, I talked about how we had started the series Heated Rivalry. And I wouldn't say unenthusiastic. I was enjoying it,
You're
but
pretty meh.
I had no idea what I was in for and
Mhm.
what a life-changing experience that show would end up to be.
Because you had only watched a couple of episodes.
I don't even think we had finished the second. I think we had watched like 1.5, maybe 2 full,
Right.
but no more than that. And it starts to pick up in episode 3 for sure, but then episodes 4 through 6 are so incredibly life-changing,
Wow.
life-shattering, altering. I will never be the same person again. I am going to restart the series, which I have never done in my entire life. Yeah, I am.
Like right away?
No, I'm going to wait. So my best gay friend from college and I are going to go to Vegas together for Valentine's Day.
I love that. Because what are you doing there?
Because we're going to see Backstreet. But I texted him. I was like, how down would you be for a rewatch of Heated Rivalry while we're together, like in our hotel room? And he was like, say less. So,
wow.
Yeah. It's only 6 episodes, which makes it very doable. There have been so many people, Caitlin, that have told me that they are rewatching it for a third, a fourth, a fifth time. People are just starting it over again. Like,
is it because you're like missing out on things the first time that then you feel like at the end you could go back?
Yes. And so this is all very intentional. So Jacob Tierney is the director, and he basically said, so you know how in Hollywood, I don't know if you have seen stuff about this, but in Hollywood now, basically there's this huge push to make shows, movies, content that people can watch while they're on their phones. So like basically everyone is telling every director, whoever produces shows to dumb down the content because nobody can pay attention without, doing stuff on their phone while they're watching. And apparently Jacob Tierney said, no, we're not doing that. And it is so clear, especially now that I'm done with the full series, it is so clear that they were so intentional, that they just like every single move, every camera angle, like you just look back and there are so many like Easter eggs that you find.
Wow.
I can't get enough. I have been watching hours of TikTok videos about this show.
Stop.
Like it's
like
a masterpiece.
About it? Or like uncovering
things, talking about the cinematography of it, like how they framed certain shots to like show certain perspectives or like give certain clues. Like it is just so masterfully done. It is so well acted.
Is it sad?
The story is so beautiful. No, that's the other thing that I really love about it, and that a lot of queer people have reached out to me to say that they appreciated so much, which was that like so much content that has to do with being gay or whatever
ends in like devastation.
Yeah, is so tragic or traumatic or sad. And this is really just so, I mean, of course there are sad things that happen and it's very deeply emotional, and there's all of that complexity as well, but overall it's just like a really beautiful love story, and like they do get their happy endings, and like it's just so
in so many ways.
So beautiful. It's so beautiful. In more than one way. And it's funny because the sex stuff, which we talked about last week, I felt it was very heavy-handed in the first couple of episodes. Not that I didn't enjoy it, but like I was just kind of like, oh, this is what the show is.
Yeah.
And it gets less and less throughout.
Well, it's a classic relationship.
Well, exactly. Exactly. But it also is so interesting because it starts as very much like they're fuck buddies. They hook up when they're in the same city or whatever.
Right.
And then as they fall in love, as the show progresses, like it gets less and less about that and more about the real emotions.
I love that.
So it's really beautiful. I highly recommend it. I cannot get enough. And the boys themselves are just so cute. Their press tour right now is everything to me.
Okay.
Because in real life, they're so funny. Oh, the other thing that I didn't catch. So if anybody's watching it for this first time, watch out for this. The character Shane, who's the Asian boy, he's autistic in the show. He plays an autistic person. He's not autistic in real life, but he says that his dad is autistic. And I guess like people didn't really pick up on that, or some people did, of course, but not everybody picked up on it. But so now I want to watch it again, like knowing that.
And that those are like choices he's making.
Exactly, because a lot of people were shitting on him, saying he's a bad actor. He's like so flat. He's not showing emotion, stuff like that. And then come to find out that was all like very intentional. So
okay, so you are now dividing your life into pre-Heated Rivalry and post-Heated Rivalry.
100%.
And you're a changed woman. And are you into ice sports now?
You know, it's funny because I always actually did like hockey. My sister played hockey growing up.
Wow. Lauren?
Lauren, of course. I was a figure skater, so we did really like grow up in hockey rinks.
Were you
every single weekend?
Turns and jumps?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I'm from Connecticut, baby. Everybody there skates.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Could you find some footage of that and put it on Instagram, please?
I don't know if we have any footage of that.
Wow.
We might have like some photos, but I don't think there's any video.
Okay,
I wasn't that good.
Could you get on a rink right now and still do some moves?
Sure.
Just like when Jill Zarin had that skating party in Real Houses of New York City.
That was everything.
Could we have you do that?
She kept messing up, and she was like,
messing up.
I'm rusty.
She was in a full outfit. Could we have you do that?
She was in a full skating dress. Yeah, I could.
Wow. Okay. Amazing.
Yeah. No, so I grew up in hockey rinks and around hockey players. And so, yeah, I've always enjoyed watching hockey. It's a very fun sport to watch, actually.
Is a hockey player a genre of man I should explore more?
Oh, my God, Caitlin. Are you kidding me?
But I don't like that they're missing teeth. No offense to anybody missing teeth.
I think you could get past it.
Yeah, I think I could too.
There are some very good prosthetics out there.
So true, Rachel. So true.
Okay. No, you should take a gander at some hockey lineups, and I think you'd be pleased.
Yeah. There was the LA team always hung out in like this particular neighborhood. And I know I've talked before about one of my biggest regrets in life is not being a sugar baby. And one of my bigger regrets in life is not trying harder to get with a sports player.
Wife. Oh,
or
same.
Just anybody. I used to go to to Dodger games, and my dad's business had seats like super close to the dugout. And there's this one player, and I swear to God, every time I was there, he and I made eyes at each other. Like we had a connection.
Okay.
And I should have done more about this. And then at a restaurant, like a year later, he was there, and I was with Tyler, and I told Tyler all about this.
Of course.
And I might have been dating Tyler at the time. Maybe that was... But you know what? He would have understood if I had left him for this man. Anyways, I was like, Tyler, I'm going to get up and go to the bathroom and watch. And he is going to make eyes at me, and he is going to notice me. And I did, and he did.
No.
Yeah, could have happened.
What did Tyler say?
He said, wow, yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah. And then what about his business?
No, it's so true. It's such a missed opportunity. When I was in college, I went to college in Newport, Rhode Island, and the Boston Celtics basketball team used to do their like winter training at our little tiny gym. Yeah. So they would come to the parties with us.
Rachel.
I know. And so we would literally have parties with the Celtics players. And now that I look back, that was... I don't know if I would say predatory, because they were probably young as well. I guess
they're young.
NBA players aren't older. They're probably
they're a lot of them
fresh
are like,
out of college or in college too.
School.
True. Okay, so it was fine probably. But yeah, I mean, I had friends that hooked up with them, and
that.
I had a stupid boyfriend at the time, so I was not one of them. But that is
like
something I regret all the time.
To teach our daughters of like, don't have a stupid boyfriend when you're young, because there could be a really hot athlete that you could be just out of reach.
Right.
And
but you want you want to have something, you want to have a goal. It's important to have goals. Yeah. I know.
And that's our mothering takeaway for today.
Okay, no, so heavy on the don't have a... Yeah, no, Heated Rivalry, I cannot recommend enough.
Okay.
Please tell me if you've watched it and you love it, because I can't get enough of the content. I am talking about it in my DMs with people all day long. I truly can't get enough, and I can't say enough how
what are you guys going to watch next?
Okay, so here's the thing. So I was deeply depressed about ending. I was thinking about restarting it. I probably still will do that, but I'm also very excited because there are 2 new shows coming back this week, thank God, that are going to save me from my depression of Heated Rivalry being over. One of them is Traitors.
That's this week?
Yes.
Oh.
And the other one is The Pit.
Oh, okay.
Which is also so good.
Yes.
If you like medical shows.
Yes. The Pit I have not watched. I need to. Traitors is one of those shows that I love to watch, but I have to read a recap of what happens first so I know who's eliminated before I watch.
Why?
Because it's just too random to me, and I get too stressed out and I can't enjoy the moment. So if I already know in advance of who gets voted out or killed, then I can really like enjoy
Tap
it.
in. Okay, interesting. Well, then you should read spoilers. Are those available?
Yeah.
Okay,
there's recaps always. Did you watch? Well, last season I had some thoughts, unfortunately, on how certain people played, because I am a Big Brother watcher.
Right.
I haven't watched in a while though. And I just felt like they played it all wrong. And like, I love Boston Rob.
I love him too.
Oh my God, Rachel. Speaking of, because he was so attractive when he was younger and on Survivor, I posted something on my Instagram stories about the 3 like #1 millennial thirst traps for me.
I saw.
And I would love to know who yours are. While you think, I'll just say mine if anybody didn't see it.
Okay.
1, Christian Bale and Newsies. Very specific.
Have no idea what that is.
What? You've never watched Newsies?
I've never even heard of it.
Oh my God. You've never heard of the groundbreaking musical of young scamps selling newspapers in New York City in the turn of the century?
No, but this sounds very on brand for you.
Rachel, it's with Christian Bale.
So?
King of New York? Oh my God. Oh my God. Rachel, get on a plane immediately. We're watching Newsies. The next time we're together, we're watching Newsies.
Okay, fine. Fine.
How did you miss out on Newsies? You still haven't even heard of Newsies?
I've never even heard of it. No. There are so many movies, Caitlin. This is like a running thing in my friend group, in my marriage, in my family. Like, I have not seen so many core classic movies. Do you know what I just watched for the very first time over Christmas break that I had never seen before?
What?
Princess Bride.
Oh, I've actually never seen that.
It was very cute. It was so different from what I was expecting, though.
Yeah, I think that's because, though, that came out for older people when we were too young.
Right. But actually, it's not inappropriate for kids. Like, my kids could watch it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, there's like some murder, but it's very light.
Well, okay.
There's some torture.
Welcome to the real world.
Well, yeah.
Have you seen The Sandlot?
No. But that one I actually have heard of. I've heard of it. I've seen clips from it. I know very much what it is. I've never sat down and watched it.
Okay, Otto would love it, I think. I think your kids would.
Oh, I
should
bet
watch
he would.
Sandlot.
When
You
I
have
was
to
a
ask
kid,
Marley. Ask
my
Marley
big
right now.
childhood. Okay, I will. My big childhood movies were Little Giants,
Oh, okay. Well, Devin Sawa and Little Giants was the third.
Little Rascals,
Okay. Yes.
and Father of the Bride.
Rachel, you have never more succinctly explained exactly who you are as a grown woman than by thinking of Icebox
And
Becky,
now and then. And
Darla.
now and then.
Okay. Icebox Becky, Darla, Annie Mackenzie Banks,
Yes.
and I
that
don't
is
remember
me.
any of the names. Those 3 people are you.
It's me.
You
Those
are
were my
so-
core.
First of all, you have a Darla hairstyle minus the bangs.
Hello. I
Oh
love
my!
Darla.
You're so Christina Ricci in Now and Then.
100%.
Wow, I feel like I
Doesn't that
just
explain a lot?
unlocked you. Like, call me Becky, call me Icebox.
Hello.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's what I was working with. But I will watch those 2 at your request because it seems like they are very important to you.
Sandlot, though, is such a classic. And I wish you could put yourself in the mind frame of, like, being 7 years old or 8 years old or whatever and seeing Benny the Jet Rodriguez, because he is, like, was so cute.
Okay, I believe you. I saw the pictures and, like, not to be predatory, but I get it.
Now, I will say a lot of people were like, you mean Devin Sawa? Oh my God. I've had a lot of people on Instagram when I say something, they just do star and then something else, like correcting me.
My
and
God,
I write back,
no.
No.
Did I stutter?
And we were like, do you mean Devin Sawa and Casper? And I said, no.
No, I
mean
don't.
Devin Sawa in Little Giants.
Did
And
I
he's
stutter?
in Now and Then.
Right. Yes. No, for
Yeah.
sure. That is such a pet peeve of mine not recently, for the last 6 years of having an internet presence. But something that people seem to be doing more and more now is like, we.
Oh.
They're starting their message with we. They're like, we don't need to say this. We shouldn't say it this way.
My God.
We need to stop the blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, we who? Who's
Yeah.
we? That's
We
all I
do.
say back. Who is we?
Who is we?
Like,
Good
this
for
is
you.
my page, not yours.
Yeah. And if I don't think Devin Sawa in Casper was more attractive than Devin Sawa in Little Giants, don't you dare come for me.
I said what I said.
I said what I said, and I'm standing on 10 toes. That is the 12-year-old boy I'm attracted to, not the other one. Okay, but I do need you to ask Marley if he liked, like if he's offended that you've never seen Sandlot.
What was the other one you said?
Newsies. I don't think Marley saw Newsies, though. I don't know. Maybe Marley is a mystery to me. Marley is a beautiful enigma wrapped in a riddle, wrapped in a jacked riddle.
He's actually very simple.
Well,
which
that's
is
the thing.
The most complicated
That's
thing.
not what I'm saying. I can't pin him down because I'm assuming he's doing this, and
exactly. And it's really just like,
it.
it's exactly what you see. It's what's there.
100%. Okay, quick merch update.
Yeah, we have some housekeeping things.
Yes, we are so excited. The merch is done. It is good to go. I'm finalizing the store right now. This first run for merch is just going to be a 2-day drop. So we are opening the merch store next Thursday. Well, the day we're recording. Thursday, January 15th. It will be open the 15th and the 16th. We will share this on our Instagrams too, but for the listeners, we wanted to make sure you guys had time depending on when you listen to this.
Right.
We're doing 2 sweatshirts, 2 shirts, 1 Always Right sweatshirt, 1 Always Right shirt, and then a rerun of a No Sleep Social Club sweatshirt and a Bad Moms and Babies Club shirt. So 4 options. For everybody who's international, we are making the shipping as cheap as possible, but it is still expensive. That's out of our hands. I do not understand why Canada, which is right there, is so expensive to ship to, and I apologize.
Oh, it's insane. I know.
However, maybe you could find somebody who lives in Canada and Australia, because that's another one, and you can buy together, and then one of you can just send the one to the other one.
That's a good idea.
You know?
Yeah,
so,
get together. Get together.
I know I'm going to get DMs about like how expensive shipping is, but again, like we're doing what we can.
Out of our hands, unfortunately.
Out of our hands, but we are so excited. So that is our merch update. And then we also picked our book for January, Conform.
Yes.
And
if you want to join the book club, there's been some confusion about where to do this. So to have a broadcast channel, which is where we like to do our chat about the book club, you have to have 10,000 followers at least. So we would love to host it on
the actual page.
On the You're So Right Instagram page. Unfortunately, we don't have enough followers.
No.
So number 1, follow us there so that we can get to 10,000 and just have the broadcast channel there, which would be so much easier and less confusing. Until that time comes, it is on Caitlin's Instagram page at Wilder Beginnings, and then you just see in her profile, in her like bio area, there's a Nap Trap Book Club link for like a broadcast channel link, so you can join there. So that's a really fun place to chat. We don't just chat about the book that we're reading; we chat about other things we're reading too. So it's fun. Just come join and get some good book.
And we do kind of updates on there while we're reading it.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, and so I'm trying to get us to have a guest join us to talk about it, but so far she's ignored the 2 emails I've sent.
Yes.
Despite in the DMs being very open to it. Seems that enthusiasm faded.
It's, we will give this person the benefit of
But how
the
are
doubt.
the emails I'm sending on your end? Are you like, these are great? Or are you like, she's scaring her?
No, they're wonderful. They're very chill girl.
That's what I was going for, which is hard for me.
I know.
My fingers, I was like clenching my fingers to be like, don't get too excited.
You were easy on the exclamation points while also including enough to make it friendly.
Oh my God. Thank you, Rachel.
So I think it was perfect. I think it's, we can't control other people. So we'll just continue to give the benefit of the doubt, continue to check in. Marley did just text me back. And he said that he already DM'd you about this.
He did?
Yeah.
Oh my God. What did he say?
I don't know.
I think he might have said something. Oh, he did. He did. I'll tell you right now what he said.
He said he never saw Newsies, though.
I'm not surprised by that.
Okay.
He told me in the most Marley way. He said, and I responded to him, but he basically was like, oh, Benny the Jet was the best because he also was like a really nice guy.
Of course.
And I was like, you're so right, Marley, because Benny the Jet was hot and good at sports, so he could have been a real dick. He said,
but he wasn't.
Benny the Jet, hot, cool, and nice, exclamation mark. He could have been a total dick, but he wasn't. And I said, so true. It's so true. Also, there was one where I was like sneezing and on death's door on New Year's Eve, and I posted a photo of it, and he commented under it, slay.
I need to take away his privileges.
I love Marley. But he's right about Benny the Jet Rodriguez. But I need him to show it to you.
Okay, we will do our best to watch it.
Yeah.
Now that Heated Rivalry is over, we have nothing but time.
Yeah.
for content. So we'll get that added to our calendar.
Okay, we love you guys so much. Also, don't forget to rate and review, please. Nice ones. And somebody commented on the YouTube the other day when they realized they got an extra 15 minutes of content on the YouTube. I try to edit these down to being like between 45 and 50 minutes. And YouTube gets like an hour.
Yeah. So it's also fun. Some people have told me that they watch it just like while they're getting ready. They just like to throw it on because they like to see our facial expressions and stuff while we're chit-chatting. It's just a maybe more fun way to watch. But you could always do both also. You could listen and then also go watch.
Wow, that's a lot.
Some people do that.
Oh, I love that. Okay.
Just saying.
I would say our facial expressions are a lot.
They're a lot. As the person who edits the video clips, they're a lot.
Oh my God, Rachel, you also have to share the video clip that AI did where I look gorgeous. And then we also, though, look like prison inmates in our exercise uniforms.
That was so hurtful. That was so hurtful. It made me look 20 years older. It made you look 20 years younger and like just a beautiful blonde princess.
Well, I said it's because AI had so much to work with for me. You already were at the peak. They were like, where do we go? Oh, I guess we go backwards.
AI is just destroying the planet one woman's self-confidence at a time.
100%.
It's really horrible.
100%.
We love you guys so much for listening.
We love you.
Bye.
Bye.